Okay guys, so we're here today with James from Gearbox and Joel from 2K Australia. I'm just going to ask them a few questions about Borderlands, the pre-sequel. So James, pre-sequel, continuing the excellent tradition of just sort of making things up for Borderlands, where exactly does it fit in the Borderlands timeline?
Yeah, sure. The pre-sequel takes place after Borderlands 1, before Borderlands 2. Not at necessarily any specific, 1.5 years afterwards or anything like that, but what we're focusing on is the rise of Handsome Jack. He's not the CEO yet of Hyperion. He works for them. He's responsible for the Moonshot facility, and what we're trying to show is the moments leading up to his transformation into the villain that we all kind of love to hate in Borderlands 2.
So for fans of the series, obviously it has a very, very big following. What sort of cool new stuff can we expect from the pre-sequel?
Well, making a new Borderlands game, we knew that we had to have 4 new Vault Hunters. So we've been showing 2 at E3 specifically. We have Wilhelm and Athena, and fans will remember them from previous Borderlands games. Athena was in the Secret Armory of General Knox DLC for Borderlands 1. Wilhelm was this big crazy robot that you fought in Borderlands 2. And they have their own unique action abilities. So Athena, for example, has this kinetic aspis, which is a shield that absorbs energy. And you can actually level this up to become really, really powerful. You can level it up to absorb elemental damage. So you can have enemies shooting at you with bullets and it's going to spin and get powerful, but then you can absorb ice or shock or fire and then just deal that back towards the enemies. Wilhelm has the ability to spawn these 2 drones, Wolf and Saint. Wolf is an attack drone who'll go out and actively target enemies. Eventually you can level him up and target people specifically, which can come in really handy during boss fights. And Saint is more of a buffing and regen drone, so he's going to help keep you alive. But you can also level up his central skill tree, which is called Cyber Commando, and you're actually going to change him. I mean, in this game he starts off as a man, he's not this big robot that he was in Borderlands 2, and you can choose to completely replace his arm with the Power Fist, which is this pneumatic arm that does heaps of melee damage and you can punch from further away. You can replace his legs, so he can actually run while reloading and shooting at the same time, and it makes his butt stomp even more powerful. We have 2 more new playable characters. We haven't gone into details yet. Nisha the Lawbringer, and of course Claptrap is a playable character in this game.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of fans out there who are looking forward to Claptrap. Apparently there's some sort of Australian influence in the game. Can you cover that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those accidental things that happened during the development where we were recording our temporary VO for the game just to help make sense of the story for ourselves and for Gearbox, and at some point we felt it kind of worked. I mean, because this is a new game, it's the first time we're ever leaving Pandora. We're going to Elpis, which is the moon of Pandora, and the Moonshot facility, and we wanted to feel completely different. We have new enemies, we have new vehicles, new characters, but we actually thought having the Australian accents and having a bit of Australian culture made the moon feel like a completely different place. These aren't the same inhabitants that people are used to on Pandora. So yeah, you're definitely going to notice a lot of Australian accents. We have definitely some Australian culture. We have a cricket side mission in this game, and plenty others. We're working with Anthony Birch, who was the original writer on Borderlands 2, so he's actively writing the game along with 2 writers at 2K Australia who are from England. And I think it's been really fun to keep that same humor that people really love in Borderlands 2 and kind of expand it even further, because I mean the universe that Borderlands is set in, there's heaps of planets you see at the end, that it's this wide galaxy, this wide universe, and every place has to feel different, and we're really proud to bring a little bit of Australia to that universe.
Fantastic. And one last question, feel free to veto this one. Can we expect to see a return of Butt Stallion?
Well, I don't want to say yes or no either way, but Butt Stallion isn't really revealed until Borderlands 2. I think that we're going to show something else that's really cool that hopefully players will love.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for the interview, and yeah, hopefully the guys back in Australia will enjoy it as much as I did.
Yeah.